Said, was you home? I was going to stop by.
Okay, why would you stop by Don's at 2:30 in the morning?
Because I was going down, I was getting that
Right.
closure, and then I seen the cop, and I was walking in that yard.
Okay.
I knocked the door like I was there, so I went walking the street with shit blocked.
Number 1, a bad drug addict and an even worse liar.
I want to know if you can get your shoes up.
My shoes?
Yeah.
You gonna give me a pair to wear?
Well, do you have another pair?
No, it's the only pair of shoes I got.
It's the only pair. You don't got no more?
Take the fucking shoes, guys.
On May 8th, 2019, Riley Crossman, who lived with her mother Chantel and her mother's boyfriend Andy McCauley, mysteriously disappeared. She was last seen alive when she had gone to bed the night before.
She mad at you? She's not mad at me. She's mad at me for getting high. She's like, we wouldn't have been out at 2:30 in the morning. We wouldn't have to be going 3 steps. And now we can go back and help me search for her right now. And I'm stuck in here for about 2 hours. Then she'll be out there looking for her, you know?
During the investigation, it became apparent that Andy McCauley exhibited signs of nervousness and inconsistency in his statements to the police. Initially, he stated that he had left for work before Riley would have woken up, and Chantel had also left for work early. Friends of Riley suggested that she might have been scared of Andy, although this seemed perplexing, given that Riley's phone and purse were found in her room, and she was known to always have her phone with her.
I was at the other house. Okay. I went and got some more drugs.
Okay. Well, how do they know to randomly meet you in a parking lot?
Well, they didn't know to randomly meet me in a parking lot. I called them.
In subsequent interviews, Andy's account of the events shifted, and he disclosed that he had left the house around 2 a.m. on foot to purchase drugs from his dealer.
And then what happens? We got home and Chantel says Riley's missing. Okay. And all that whole thing's loose. Okay. What if I told you that I know you weren't that Snowco and you didn't buy drugs off anybody that day? We went from this story to this story, now we're going to get a third story. There's nothing I can think of she would be mad at me for, or she would be upset at me, or scared of me, or anything with me.
You didn't go in that room?
No.
Oh, sorry, buddy. They're going to bring the dog up to sniff around and see if they can get a trail for him, but I wouldn't mind talking to you for a minute if you got a minute.
Yep.
What time you saw her?
Like 9, maybe 10-ish.
At night?
Yeah.
And what context was that?
Oh, she was here in the house. Well, grandma was here till like 7.
Okay.
I think it was 7:30. She left.
Okay.
The kids were here out with me.
Right.
She was at work till 10, I think it was. She got home.
Okay.
9:30, 10 o'clock, she got home.
Okay. And what time she go to bed?
Me?
No, the girl.
She went to bed probably, well, I don't know what time she went to bed, but all the kids were in the room by like 9:30.
Okay.
No, the kids actually were here. Me, Ryder was here, Riker was here, I was there.
Okay.
And she was upstairs.
She went upstairs. That's the last you saw her. Did you see her leave in the morning?
No. I left I got up 4 o'clock in the morning, left 5.
Okay.
Go to work.
Where are you working at now?
With Howard and Martinsburg doing construction.
Okay. You was at the mom around arguing here last night?
No.
Or the night before? Anything? Any reason she would leave?
No.
Okay. Because the rumor going around, people telling us that she was afraid to come home. I don't know if that's, you know how people go sometimes. But
No, it was nothing like that.
Okay. So
she wouldn't have to be her. I mean, they're
right.
They ain't like that.
Yeah.
It's never like that.
He says nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Her mom wasn't even home.
Right.
She's at work.
No, you. They said that she got an argument
No.
with you and,
No.
didn't want to come home.
No.
So I don't know.
She was her grandma. You can ask her grandma. She was here doing dishes and everything. Her grandma was here till 7:30.
Okay.
Debbie.
Right.
Yeah. Everything was cool.
Anything that
can help us.
Yeah, can help
yeah,
us.
I mean, if I had something to help you, I'd be doing it, brother. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So we're waiting on her to get back now so we can go do this. Look for her and everything.
Sometimes it's part of our process.
Yeah.
When somebody comes missing like this, to ask everybody to take a polygraph just to make sure you're good with that.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
No problem. You know what I mean?
We just have to bring somebody in. So.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, anything.
All right, good.
Anything to help, brother.
I appreciate it.
You know that.
Additionally, a polygraph test conducted on Andy yielded inconclusive results, later attributed to his substance abuse issues. The investigation continued with this new information, as law enforcement sought to unravel the mystery of Riley's disappearance. This is The Interrogation.
At 2:30 in the morning, I don't know what to say. Yeah.
I'll drive. She won't let me drive. I'll drive off. I want to drive her car at all.
She mad at you?
She's not mad at me. She's mad at me for getting high. She's like, we wouldn't have been out at 2:30 in the morning. We wouldn't have to be going 3 steps. And now we can go back and help me search for her right now. And I'm stuck in here for fucking 2 hours. Then she'll be out there looking for her. You know what I mean?
When did you get to work that morning?
4 o'clock.
4 o'clock?
Mm-hmm.
So you made it back to the house by 4?
Yeah, like I said, literally, I was right there and back. I went there. I was supposed to get up at 4 o'clock. I woke up 2:30 feeling like shit. Couldn't have anything.
Okay.
I went and got something that I wanted to get before I left to work at 4 o'clock. Well, I looked out. I get up at 4 o'clock, leave at 5.
Okay.
I mean, she was
Remember, I asked you
bed.
to look at terms of, do you know for a fact?
No, that's why I said no.
Yeah.
That's why I said no, because I
You
didn't know.
assume she's there.
Yeah, that's why I said no, because
But you also assume she went to her room.
Yeah.
You don't know for a fact. Did you go in and talk to her?
I didn't go in
Did
there
you see
and
her
talk to
come
her.
out?
I'm for sure I seen her shut the door and go in her room, but she wasn't there.
But you're downstairs. How'd you see her shut?
I was upstairs at first. Like I said,
Okay, that's what you've not.
yeah, we was all upstairs.
Cleared out.
Yeah, she did the dishes, then she did the fold the clothes, and then she went to her room. I went downstairs. Ryder and Riker kept on in the room.
Upon examining Andy's phone records, the police uncovered a series of calls and text messages sent to a family friend named Don Morgan at 2:30 in the morning. In these messages, Andy expressed notable anxiety and concern, urgently requesting a place to stay for a few hours and alluding to a pressing matter he needed to discuss.
I gotta ask you this. What were the texts between you and Don, the guy, the Morgan?
Those texts.
Mm-hmm.
It's just was you home? I was going to stop by
Okay, why would you stop by Don's at 2:30 in the morning?
because I was going down. I was getting bad
Right.
closure, and then I seen the cop, and I was walking in that yard.
Okay.
I knocked the door like I was there, so I wasn't walking the street, but shit was like.
So general police on patrol.
Mm-hmm.
You're talking.
Do you remember which vehicle it was?
No,
City deputy.
it was state cop.
Don's up.
State?
I think it was state cop.
Don's up on Ewing Street.
Yeah,
Right.
that's
Okay.
probably what it was. Don's right up there. There's a state cop up there too, and
Yeah. Okay.
yeah, the vehicle right there.
Okay.
You just sort of ditching away. I mean, you see, you know.
No, he don't do drugs or nothing. I just seen the cop, and I was wondering, he don't know how to do drugs either. The cop.
You would if you'd met him up that time.
Yeah, I probably would have, but I was just trying to get. I seen the cop car.
One of the texts was something like you need to talk to him about something.
Oh yeah, about the AC. About I talked to him about it. It's Howard, my cousin Howard. He works for Robin. No, that was just an excuse to stop by there. That's all the cop. That was my excuse.
So you'd already bought in the.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
It was on you.
it was on me. I seen the state cop car, and I went there. You know.
Andy's late-night drug run initially raised suspicions, but it was his behavior the following day that drew police attention. He claimed to have gone to work with 2 other men and worked with them all day. However, what he didn't mention was that in the middle of the workday, he suddenly told his co-workers he had to leave. Oddly, he took their work vehicle, a green pickup truck. What made this even more peculiar was that Andy didn't have a driver's license and was not known to drive. This left investigators puzzled. Andy didn't return with the work vehicle for over 4 hours, and during this time, neighbors reported seeing the same green pickup truck parked near Andy's home. These actions made the police suspect his involvement in Riley's disappearance.
They told you you're here on your own free will. You can leave at any time. You understand that, right? Okay.
I'm Corporal Edwards at the State Police. How you doing? No, not too bad.
Pretty much here to go over. Probably asked you a million times on some things, and there's some new things.
Yeah.
He knows Berkeley County. I don't.
I can't think of the name of the
Taylor?
Taylor Station. Yep, that's it.
Taylor States?
Taylor Station. Yep, that's it. Yep.
Alright. So who's all working that job site? You and...
With anybody else? Just you two doing?
Just do that day.
Okay. What was your role that day? Like, what's your job duties?
Just we're going in. We're doing trim.
Okay.
The final trim. Going in to do shoe mold, base, cabinets, shelving, door handles, all that.
Okay. So y'all do that. Do y'all have a typical lunchtime? Is it like when you feel like it, or
11, 12, whatever we feel like.
okay? How long do you normally eat lunch?
About an hour. Roundabouts.
And then you go back to work?
You're back to work.
Or you stay at the same job site? What time do you normally get home?
I think I got home 5:30. I think I got home 5:30, 6ish.
Is that what time you got home that day?
Yeah, normal.
Okay. So y'all sound like, just so I understand, you're a tabler, you're doing your thing, you're doing trim, doing all that kind of good stuff. Y'all take your lunch at around 11, 12-ish, something like that.
However we are.
Y'all eat in the truck, like physically inside the cab,
Yeah.
not in the back of the bed or anything like that.
Same cabin.
You packed a sandwich, you say roast beef? I just talked to Johnny, right? You saw him leaving. Okay. Would you be surprised if he told me something completely different?
Maybe.
Okay.
What do you say different?
Okay. This is one of these times you need to really sit down and think about what you're going to say. Okay. Because what he told me is complete opposite of what you just said. Okay. Well, it is.
Yeah.
Okay. So do you want to rethink what you just told me? One thing I'm going to not do to you is lie to you. I promise you that. I will never lie to you.
Yeah.
I'm not going to make up shit. Okay? Don't do that to me.
I'm not trying to.
Okay. You're not trying to. Let's try this again. Let's go back. I know it's been a couple days. I know a lot has happened. Okay, I get that. I understand that. Let's go back to Wednesday morning. Let's go through this again and tell me what happened.
I think the rest of the day.
Okay?
I think the rest of the day.
Okay. Were you at that house the entire time fixing the shelves?
No.
Okay. Where were you at?
I was at the other house.
Okay.
I went and got some. I went and got some more drugs.
Okay.
Well, how do they know to randomly meet you in a parking lot?
Well, that day they didn't know to really meet me in the parking lot. I called them that day.
Okay. You're not. Listen, bud. You're not being honest. Okay. You're not being honest with us.
I know about the drugs.
Okay. There's a lot.
I don't want to give people's names out.
We're not arresting people.
Shot, you know what I mean?
We're not here to arrest anybody for drugs.
Drug dealers on this one. Okay.
Okay.
What I tell you before, Riley, we're drug dealers. I would like to hope that in this hand you see your drug dealer friends, and over here's Riley, but yet these people here I want to close up and protect.
Okay. Well, no, I don't want to protect him.
So you're down there for about an hour and a half for him to come, and you get your stuff, you use your stuff, and then you go back.
Good job, yeah.
Okay. And then what happens?
We worked the rest of the day.
Okay. And then what happens?
We went home.
Okay. And then what happens?
We got home and Chantel says Raleigh's missing.
Okay.
And all that whole went loose.
Okay. What if I told you that I know you weren't that Snowco and you didn't buy drugs off anybody that day? See what I'm getting at? Okay. We went from this story to this story, now we're going to get a third story. Okay. This is one of these times you really need to think of what you're telling me. Okay, because you're not being honest. Remember what I told you about being honest?
Yeah.
I'm not going to just throw shit at you.
Yeah.
Okay? I'm not here to do that to you. I'm not going to insult you in any way, shape, or form. Please don't do that to me. Okay? I know you weren't there. Okay? I know you didn't buy drugs off your cousin, and I know you didn't use them in that parking lot that day. Okay? Where did you go when you left?
Went to my house to get the drugs.
Okay?
I already had them in my house.
Okay?
I already told Chantel.
Okay.
I still want to tell you I had them in my house.
So you left to drive back to get drugs, to come back to your job site. Okay. Where was she at when you went home?
No.
Chantel.
She's at work.
Okay. So nobody's home at that time?
Nobody.
Okay. Where are drugs at in your house when you go back to get
It was
them?
outside.
Where at?
Outside.
Whereabouts outside?
Right there by the, if you go underneath my little, there's a shed, if you go underneath my little porch, There's some beds, frames sitting there, brown bed frames behind there.
Okay. So you go back home, you use your drugs, and then you go back to work, and then what?
That was it.
That was it.
Andy initially claimed he left to meet a drug dealer at a local gas station. He said he had to wait nearly 2 hours for the dealer to arrive. However, he later changed his story, saying he went home to get the drugs and then returned to work for the rest of the day. This might explain why he was at his house, but it doesn't account for the 4-hour gap. The detective presented another piece of evidence. Riley wore glasses, and her glasses were found in her bedroom. What's unusual is that people with poor eyesight usually wear their glasses when leaving home. This suggests that Riley was likely taken out of the home against her will.
So I'm telling you that. And I'm also telling you she doesn't have glasses on right now. Okay. And I'm also telling you that somebody that leaves a house to go somewhere puts the glasses on. Yeah. Okay, which is telling us that she probably didn't leave that house by herself. Okay, the glasses were left there, is what I'm getting at, is what I'm telling you.
Okay.
Okay, so why would somebody do that? What would make somebody leave a house and forget something that's, to me, just as vital as a cell phone nowadays?
She would have her glasses on. But she don't leave the house without her glasses on.
Okay, did you see her leave the house?
No.
Then how do you know she had her glasses on?
That's what I'm saying. She would have her glasses on.
That's what I'm getting at. Okay, so for her to leave that house, you know that. You're telling me that. She would have her glasses on.
She would.
Okay. So what happened this time that she doesn't have them on?
I don't know. I don't know that she didn't have her glasses on.
You know, do you see where I'm getting at with that? Somebody's not going to put themselves in a situation where they're going to wander out and not have glasses on.
Exactly.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Which makes us believe that, you know, she had some help getting outside.
I don't know. She should wear her glasses. Well, I don't know.
Right?
She always has her glasses. What do you want me to say?
Okay. I'm just telling you the whole part about you being honest.
I'm being honest with you. I've been honest with you. I told you shit that I didn't even want to tell you.
Okay. You're being somewhat honest. I mean, we're doing some polling to get some information about some drug activity, which to us, I don't even give two shits about. But yet we're having trouble pulling that out of you.
Because I was worried about the people named out there.
Okay, and I told you I don't care about that.
I didn't say that.
You told us about the drug activity, 2 nights ago?
I did.
Did I arrest you for
I didn't
it?
get names or anything.
Yeah.
What do you and Chantel talk about? What she thinks going on?
Anyway, it's just, we don't really know. We just,
You know, I've talked a little bit. I would think, I mean, there's a lot going on, but, you know, what's she telling you?
we haven't really talked crazy much about it. It's just been looking.
How'd she feel about you going to get heroin that night?
She was not happy about it.
How'd she feel about you going back to the house and getting cocaine?
She wasn't happy about it.
You know, the further this rolls out, you know, we're doing this, you know she just didn't disappear, right?
Yeah. Right. I know there's no way she would have been home by now.
Right, okay. You know, the further along this is, whatever happens, and whoever did this to her, the worse off it gets for that person, too.
Yes, I hope so.
Okay. So like I said, I know you came in here and you're trying to help the cause, you're trying to talk in, but like, understand we're doing our thing, and the more time that goes on, like I said, she's just not managed.
Yeah, of course. We knew that.
And like I said, we're fairly certain she just didn't wander out of the house by herself and took a nature hike somewhere. You know, we're fairly certain that she was basically taken out of that house by somebody. Okay? We have a very strong reason to believe that. So like I said, we have a very limited area in your home and a very limited amount of people that come in and out of your house.
Yeah.
Okay? So like I said, she just didn't up and disappear.
No, really, I don't do that either.
Yeah, no, nobody does. I'm just, you know, just saying that. She just didn't up and disappear and pack her shit and roll out and go. You know, there are certain things, you know, especially as a teenager, to have a phone with her. Maybe she had that with her. Maybe somebody wanted to have that phone with her, so that phone disappeared too. Okay?
really convenient that her phone's with her and her phone's missing, which is pretty vital for a teenager, all of her communications. And maybe there's hidden communications that somebody didn't want somebody to see, but that phone's conveniently gone now. But yet her glasses are still at the house, and there's other important things at the house that a teenager would take. So like I said, she was probably taken out of that house by somebody.
Yeah, I feel something that she was taken that way. I feel because she would be on by now. She
was taken from that house, is what I'm saying. Okay, she didn't wander off. Okay, she just didn't go out and wander down the road and 2 o'clock in the morning or 5 o'clock in the morning or 7 o'clock the next day. She just didn't do that. Okay, she didn't pack a bag and take her clothes, and take her glasses, and take a cell phone charger, take all of her money. She had most of her money. Someone's going to go.
Her money was still in the book bag.
Yeah, yeah. So like I said, if someone's going to run away or do something, they're going to make a little bit better effort, even for a 15-year-old.
I agree.
For a 15-year-old kid, they're going to at least have the necessities. Would you agree?
I agree.
Okay, they would have their clothes. They would have their money. They would sure as hell have a cell phone charger with them, and they would sure as hell have their glasses with them. Okay. So with that said, that's why we're getting back to she was taken from that house. Okay, and whoever took her out of that house didn't think to take those important things. Okay, I'm telling you. Okay, you understand when I have to talk to you?
Yeah, I understand. So I talk to me. That's why I'm here. Why I've been here every time you ask me to be here. But I don't do nothing with the kid.
Where is she?
I don't know. If I knew, I would have her home for her mother. This is starting to get aggravating. I don't know who the kid is. If I did, I would have her home. They gotta have a drug problem that has nothing to do with this case. I don't know why you guys just keep pushing it. It has nothing to do with Rod. My drug problem. It has nothing to do with Rod. Yeah, it sucks. It does fall back. Yeah, I'm her stepdad. I shouldn't be doing drugs. Yeah, I understand all that. But that has nothing to do with Rod missing. You understand what I'm saying? That has nothing to do with Rod being missing. Me doing drugs. I don't understand why you guys keep pushing that.
What has to do with messing with her?
I don't know why she's missing. I have no clue. If I did, we have her home. We've been looking for the kid, and I'm wasting time being here when I should be out looking for her. You guys should be out looking for her.
Have you been out looking for her?
Yes, we've been out looking for her. We've been everywhere.
Okay, where have you been?
We've been to the cave. We've been to Pool Farm. We've been down this girl Kayla today already. We've been up and down through town, all the way down through the cave. We've been everywhere looking for her. Me and her mother. And then me and her grandfather today was out looking for her.
Okay.
I don't understand why you guys keep bringing drugs up. It doesn't have anything to do with Raleigh.
Well, we both have seen drugs do bad stuff to people.
I've never seen drugs do cause super.
No, absolutely. I've seen multiple people be killed over drugs.
I've seen a bad drug deal or something.
I've seen multiple home invasions where people get shot, stabbed.
Yeah, I understand that kind of stuff. I understand that kind of stuff, but not when it's not doing drugs. Not for me doing drugs. I'm going to kidnap my kid and
from people
harm her.
Drugs. Okay. Yeah. No, I'm telling you. I'm not making this up. I'm telling you. This is what I've seen.
I'm telling you right now, no drugs ever made me harm my kids. I've been a drug addict since I was 28 years old. I've never harmed anyone. And I've been through the dirt, been through the shit. I've shot it. I've done it all, and I've never harmed anyone. I've never harmed anyone. You look at my record. Only thing I've never even stole anything to get drugs. I have no criminal record like that. I have a criminal record by selling drugs and get caught with drugs. Not stealing, not harming people. Never ever in my life have I harmed anyone.
She vanished, but what I'm saying is there's certain things that are just way out of line. The dog is a real big thing to me. Okay, somebody did not come into your home and take her out of that home.
If something happened in that house, that dog would have woke every one of us up.
Exactly, if the person wasn't supposed to be in the
no
house.
matter who it was.
Okay.
If I were to hit something right, that dog would have woke everybody in the house. That dog would not let anyone harm anyone in that house. If somebody would come in there and do something to me, if one of the kids were trying to harm me in that house, that dog would go off. Even ask Chantel. That dog would not let anyone get harmed in that house. No one. Me, Chantel, Riley, Riker, Ryder. None of us, nobody can harm anyone in that house. You're going to harm each other. Nobody come in the house and harm you. That dog would not let anything happen to anyone.
Right, unless the incident wasn't a very announced one. You know, I'm not talking about banging shit and slamming tables and yelling and screaming. It could be a very subtle incident where a dog's not going to pick up on that.
I guess.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying someone coming in and breaking shit and, you know, throwing MS out and yelling and screaming.
I guess.
But if it's a subtle incident where there's not a lot of commotion, a dog might not pick up on that.
Another piece of evidence in their possession was that Riley had confided in her boyfriend, expressing her fear of Andy. During a FaceTime call with him, she disclosed that Andy was in her room, which left her frightened. The detectives intended to confront Andy with this information. They wondered what he would say if they revealed that Riley's last text to her boyfriend urged silence because she still had to FaceTime while Andy was present in her room.
What if I told you her last text to her boyfriend were saying, don't talk, because she still has to FaceTime one? Andy's in here. I'm afraid.
That's what it said.
What if I told you that?
I would say that's crazy.
100%.
I would say that's crazy. There's no reason Riley would ever be scared of me. She never was scared of me, ever.
I can put my hand on the Bible and tell you I saw those texts today.
Well, I like to see him because I know Riley ain't scared of me. I know she ain't.
Not only that, she said you were in here and she was in her bedroom because the FaceTime was still on.
I was never in her room.
That's not what she's saying.
I don't know. I was never in her room. I don't go in her room. Once in a while, I'll go in her room, but not hardly ever.
Then why would she say that?
I don't know. Unless she wasn't in her room. She might have been in my room fully closed at that point.
No, this is way past your 9:30 time frame.
I was downstairs at after 9:30, so
Andy, I'm not lying to you.
I don't know what to tell you. Like, I don't know. I was not in a room, for one. And for two, the kid's not scared of me. There's no reason for her to be scared of me. I've been there in her life for a year and a half. Taking care of her, giving her these
But
needs.
what we're saying, like, I get that, and I hear you, but what we're saying is that's what she's saying. So obviously to her, she's afraid of something. I hear what you're saying, like, I don't understand it, I don't get it, and I totally get that, but for some reason she is, and she's saying that, and I told you that a while back.
There's no way. There's no way you can ask your mother. Her mother will tell you that it's not true. There's no
I'm
way.
telling you, I read that with my own eyes today.
I don't know. I know.
So you see where that puts us.
Yeah, I understand, but the kid's not scared of me. I don't understand how you guys can say that. That she's not. That's your grandmother. That's your mother.
That's what she is saying.
She's saying that's why we're saying that. We don't know what goes on behind closed doors when, you know, you and Chantel are there, or Chantel and Riley are there, or all three of you are there, or just you and Riley, or Riley and the two kids. You know what I'm saying? We're not behind closed doors. We don't know, situations, who does what. We don't know, okay? But obviously, in her mind, she's afraid of you. No. Would you agree it doesn't make sense?
It doesn't make sense at all.
So does she have any reason to say that?
No.
Then why would she say that?
Oh, no.
Is she vindictful towards you? Does she hate you?
No. She don't hate me. She loves me.
That's what I'm asking you. I don't know that. Does she argue with you?
No, ever. We have
She never cuss at you, curse you out, nothing?
Never, nothing. In a year and a half, nothing.
Okay, so it sounds like to me she does love you so heartedly.
Yes.
Okay, so why would she say that?
I don't know. In a year and a half, we have not had one conflict.
Okay.
Me and the boy, yeah, we have.
Okay, but there's never been anything, like you said, a year and a half, or the last several weeks, several months, several days, nothing that's... You're like, oh yeah, I forgot about that one time she wanted this, and I told her no. Maybe she got mad, and she's
Nothing.
Her age, and she blows it out of proportion.
Not that I can say I know, I remember.
Okay.
But you see where that puts us, right?
Yeah, I understand. I understand what you guys are. I'm not mad that you guys are doing your job.
I mean, that's the last message he has from her.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm glad you guys are doing your job. I think you're doing your job, but there's nothing I can think of.
Because, I mean, her messages are deleted. You deleted all your messages, you know. But he still has this, and that's the last thing we have.
I don't know.
I mean, you want us to do our job. That's what we're doing.
I'm asking you your job. I'm not mad. You guys don't know. Guys, I think get a little pissed off, but nothing. There's nothing I can think of she would be mad at me for, or she would be upset at me, or scared of me, or anything with me.
You didn't go in that room?
No.
I mean, she still had FaceTime on too.
Okay, well, I wasn't in that room.
Before Andy was let go, the police asked for his shoes to run some tests, but Andy didn't take that very well.
I want to know if you can get your shoes up.
My shoes?
Yeah.
You gonna give me a pair to wear?
Well, do you have another pair?
No, it's the only pair of shoes I got.
It's the only pair. You don't got no more
Take
to have?
off the shoes, guys. Take the shoes.
You want me to take you home?
No, I'll walk home with no shoes.
Alright. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Is that door locked? Alright. Check. No, he told me to take him home and take shoes.
Oh, okay.
The police suspected that Andy had returned to his home to collect Riley's body and transport it elsewhere. Over the following week, the police tracked surveillance footage of Andy's green truck from the moment he left his residence to his final destination, which was more than 28 miles away. Their search led them to the area near the last sighting of the green truck, just off a dirt road. Here, they discovered Riley's lifeless body.
Northern West Virginia, where police say they believe they have found the remains of a missing 15-year-old girl.
Adjacent to her remains were bolts that matched those found in Andy's tool belt, along with sheetrock dust that was also present all over the back of the green truck. To ensure there was no doubt about Andy's involvement, the police also had footage of him entering a gas station near where the body had been disposed of at the time it would have occurred.
Andy McCauley, the boyfriend of Riley Crossman's mother, now faces a first-degree murder charge in the death of Riley Crossman, and police say he gave several different versions of his alibi during the 8-day investigation.
As a result, Andy was charged, tried, and convicted of first-degree murder, and he was sentenced to spend the rest of his life in prison. Number 2. Babysitter Killer. Meet Lindsay Parton, a babysitter who looked after her own children and a 3-year-old girl named Hannah. Hannah's father, Jason, would bring her to Lindsay's every morning before work and pick her up in the evening. Jason worked in construction and didn't have much money, so Lindsay charged him only $30 a day for babysitting. Jason began to notice that Hannah often came home with bruises on her body, but he convinced himself that these bruises were probably from the children playing roughly with each other. On March 8, 2018, Jason dropped off Hannah at Lindsay's for the day. Just a few minutes after leaving his daughter, Jason received a phone call from Lindsay. She informed him that something was seriously wrong with Hannah and that he needed to return immediately. Jason rushed back to Lindsay's home to find Hannah in distress, struggling to breathe and unresponsive.
I'm saying to myself, there's no way that just falling on that concrete floor made her. I could have swore like the head. This has been going on. I don't understand.
Have you seen her come to the house with bruises on her face?
Yeah.
Before the accident yesterday?
Yes.
So she had bruises on her face this week?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Where at?
Before she fell the journey?
Like when I was like right here, and then she had one on her chin.
This is one on the chin from when she fell her driveway.
That got worse. There was one on her chin before that, and then when she fell in the gravel.
So there's bruising before.
Yeah, it got worse. Yeah.
Hannah was quickly taken to the hospital and placed in intensive care. Lindsay was questioned by the police about what happened. She initially told the detectives that Hannah had fallen on a concrete floor. However, when they started asking more questions about the incident, Lindsay promptly requested to speak with a lawyer.
I don't want
Do you want me to give him a call?
No, I want to call my lawyer. I'm completely, honestly telling the truth, and I would never lie. I wouldn't lie to anybody. Yeah.
Now, if you want to call your lawyer, do you still want to talk to us?
Yeah, I don't know if I want to. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I don't know what I'm supposed to do.
You're doing it. This is what you're supposed to be doing, helping us.
I'll do anything I can, though. Well, we do appreciate it. I'm honestly in shock. It was literally 30 seconds to a minute, him dropping her off and us walking in the house. And she collapsed. I hadn't even shut the door behind me yet. And she looked up.
I have a couple questions I want to ask you.
Sure.
And listen to me. And I don't know if since you've been in here talking to them, because I've been meeting with my boss, if you've been talking about an attorney or anything. So I just want to make sure because I have a couple more questions I want to ask you, but I want to make sure you are still well aware of your rights.
Yeah.
Okay. So I just want to
go through anything wrong.
And I realize that you should. Right. Okay, but I want to go through them one more time real fast, okay? Just to make sure I'm good asking you a couple questions.
Of course.
You have the right to remain silent, and anything you say can or will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to consult an attorney. If you can't afford one, I'm going to be appointed for you free of charge. You stop talking to myself or Detective Lambert at any time. Do you understand your rights as I read them to you? Are you okay answering a couple more questions, knowing your rights?
Yes.
Okay. Is this your phone?
Yes.
And this is what we wrote down on the back.
Yes.
Would you give us consent to look in your phone?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So can I punch that code in?
I'll do my thing.
Do you care if I do it?
No.
When do you think that 911 call was placed?
I don't know.
8:20.
Are you serious?
1 hour and 18 minutes later. Now, what you've done,
That looks bad.
that is bad. What you've done is said he was there this happened within seconds of him being there, and that child was there an hour and 20 minutes, giving him the benefit of the doubt.
Can I look at that real quick? I don't think you're right. Hold on, let me look at my time clock. Pull up my calls real quick. Pull up my calls when 911 was called. Because it was 7:20. Because I looked at the clock, it was that early. Go back to my call log.
Hold on.
I'm sorry. It's okay. Yeah, 7:02 911 was called. I called 911 at 7:02 and him at 7:01.
Well, I'm looking at the CAD report wrong.
Yeah.
I stand corrected.
Yeah,
You are right.
I called right away. I'm like, there's no way that it was an hour. It was right away. I mean, it happened within seconds. I'm telling the truth. I swear to God I am. I am not lying to you. I do not lie. I would not lie. I wouldn't lie. I just don't lie.
All right, hang tight.
Okay.
Upon reviewing Lindsay's phone records, the detectives questioned her about the timing of her 911 call.
Hi there, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. What's going on?
Okay, my name is Lindsay. I babysit kids.
Yes.
And we just dropped her off, and all of a sudden she just passed out.
Who's passed out?
The little girl, she's 3. She felt pretty bad yesterday, and she's been fine. And then all of a sudden, you dropped her off this morning, and she walked in, and she kind of passed out, and she went limp.
Okay.
I don't know.
Are you with her now?
Yes, and so is her dad. I called her. Yes, hurry, she's bad. There's something wrong.
Okay. Is she awake right now?
Yeah.
No, stay on the line with me. I have to ask you a few questions while my partner gets the medics dispatched. Okay, is she breathing?
Yes, in and out.
Okay.
Yes, in and out. I don't know what's wrong.
Okay, is her breathing completely normal?
Oh, yes, almost gone. Hurry, please.
Okay, lay down on her back.
Knocked out.
Lay her down on her back and let her head tilt back.
Okay, so I'm so sorry that it's happening.
Okay. And she's still unconscious, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
No, she's unconscious. Her eyes are open and she's like just gasping for air.
What's the matter?
She's fucking shock or something.
I don't know what could be wrong with her.
I don't either. She was fine. Who just walked in the house?
She got up, brushed her teeth.
I don't know, but I understand.
Lindsay, it's okay. They're on the way.
She just walked in the house and just passed out.
Hey.
Parkinson.
Hey. Look at Daddy. Anna. Look up.
You're okay. I love you.
Anna.
I love you, Buttercup.
Hey.
So wake up. There we go.
They pointed out that she had called 911 more than an hour after Jason had returned to check on his daughter. They were curious about the delay and why she waited so long to seek help. However, the detective soon realized that he had made an error when analyzing the phone records. It turned out that Lindsay had indeed called 911 shortly after Jason's return. Uncertain about their next steps, the detective left the room to confer with other officers. Realizing they lacked further evidence to hold Lindsay, they returned her phone and allowed her to go home. The following day, they asked Lindsay to return for another interview.
Yep. Exactly where she fell and on her chin. She didn't even, her hand didn't even hit. Like what she was doing, and I can show you how she was running like this, and then looked back and went like that. Literally.
Did she slide? Or?
No, it was just bam, bam. Yeah. She did, and she got right back up and kept running. I said, "Hey, are you okay? I'm okay."
So all these small little bruises and the ones on the chin.
Yes, I know about those right there.
And even the one on the
yes, the one on the chin. Yep.
And the neck.
Yep. Yep. That's all this.
From that.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
I saw it.
So, I mean,
The neck
that's
to it.
up,
Yes.
up under her chin like that. So
Well,
she would have extended pretty far.
She went like that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. But
She wasn't on top of anything. She was walking.
Well, so what happened? So say this is the door.
Yeah.
She walks right here. There was like one of those push cart that you can like serve things off of. It's like a
Serving
cart. Yeah. And she fell like that, and there was a wheel. I think she hit that.
Okay.
But I don't
She
know
wasn't on
that.
top of anything. She wasn't climbing or nothing. She was
Yeah,
walking.
she literally just collapsed in front of me.
Okay.
So you down?
I bent down, yeah, I'm like, well, first I said, Hannah, are you okay? Get up. I thought maybe she like tripped over her pants or something, because sometimes she'll try to like take off her shoes while she's standing up.
Yeah.
And she didn't get up, and I'm like, are you okay? What's up? And she was like not saying anything to me. And so I picked her up, and I'm like, Hannah, I probably shook her, like, are you okay? And I shouldn't have done that, I don't know.
What do you know?
I don't know if I shook her, I just was like, here, I was holding her, like, Hannah, are you okay? And then so I laid her down, and that's when I called Jason. And I said, Jason, there's something wrong with Hannah, she's not waking up, I don't know what happened, she just walked through the door and collapsed. I said, you need to come up here now.
So were you holding her?
Yeah.
At that time?
Well, no, I was.
You were down.
Yeah, I laid her down. I wasn't holding her very long, but like I didn't understand why she wasn't coming to. Like,
Yeah. And you're shaking her to get her to come to. How are you shaking her?
not shaking her, just like, Hannah, are you okay? Hannah, are you okay? Hannah, are you okay?
Trying to
Like,
wake her. Okay.
and she could have. I don't know. I was just coming out of the door and
If you fall straight forward, you're not going to have bruising over here and none in the middle.
Yeah.
And the bruising would have been here. And up underneath there would have been no bruising.
That's a soft spot that your body naturally protects.
Yeah.
The way your body
That's why it's tucked in.
That's tucked in. And that's where we're getting. That's why we wanted you to come down and fill in some of these holes.
Yeah.
Because
to me, that looks brand new.
Oh, okay.
That looks newer than even.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know.
So what it kind of looks like is that these are all from a different time.
Yeah, and like I said, she is well. I don't think that she's been. I really don't think that she's been hurt. No, I honestly don't. In my gut intuition, I don't think that he's a bad guy. I really don't. I think that he is a simple guy.
Here's one thing this is from a senior neurologist. Okay?
Yeah.
He's telling us that the brain injury that she sustained was absolutely not 24 hours prior or even an hour prior. The injury that caused this, or the incident that caused this brain injury,
Yeah.
was immediate.
The detectives presented their evidence to Lindsay, explaining that an examination of Hannah had revealed a significant head injury due to blunt force trauma. The doctor who examined Hannah had managed to create a timeline pinpointing when this injury occurred. It appeared that the severe head trauma happened right around the time Hannah was dropped off at Lindsay's place.
Dad dropped her off, injured this kid to the point where she's unconscious. Or a dramatic fall, or something, or some sort of accident.
No, I mean, I believe you, but nothing
accidental
happened.
drop.
Yeah, no,
Something absolutely happened while when she walked in the door to the time she fell. That's the time frame that there's no doubt. It's not a question of, well, maybe it happened, maybe it didn't. There's no doubt. It absolutely happened during this time. And the only person that was there was a couple of kids and you.
Yeah.
That's what we're running into.
So, something.
I did not do anything to her.
So we're not saying you did.
No, I know. But no, I honestly, she did.
But we're just saying you know, okay?
I mean, you would have seen her, you saw her collapse. It was immediate that she collapsed after this.
You said you never lost eye contact with her. With the time she walked in, you followed her in and she collapsed. That's not possible. That's not possible. I believe she walked in.
Yeah, she did.
I did.
Yeah.
I believe all that. But as soon as you guys went into the house, something happened. There's no doubt. Listen to me.
I know.
There's no doubt that something happened. Something absolutely happened, okay? We're not going back to Wednesday. We're not going back to the morning that Dad had her. We're beyond even that. It's narrowed down by brain surgeons that it happened right before she hit the ground. That's when it happened. And you just told us, and you told us several times, that you were looking at her. It's not like she walked around the corner and you came around and was like, what the hell happened?
No,
you had eye contact with her the whole time.
Yes, sir.
But something caused her to collapse. She didn't just collapse.
Traumatic brain injury.
That's what it says.
Traumatic.
Okay?
What accident caused this?
She fell over the door and hit the concrete step.
When?
Thursday morning.
Walking into the house?
Yes.
Tell us about it. Take us through it.
Details.
So when I opened up the door, she was coming through and she slipped on that concrete step and the metal part. She hit the metal part on her eye.
Which door?
The one, yeah, going into the house, the carpet. And so I got her back up and she stood up and looked up at me and did say, I want a donut and couch, and then collapsed.
I appreciate you being honest. I mean, it's an accident.
I thought it was my fault, and I thought she was having a seizure, and I didn't want Jason to be mad at me, that she slipped and fell, and I wasn't holding her, and I was trying to grab her blanket from her.
Here's the thing.
And I thought it was my fault that she was having a seizure. I thought she was having a seizure. I was scooping in her mouth, and I fell, and she fell.
Where were you at when you fell?
Against the door, trying to get the door open. I was holding her, the blanket was kind of like falling because he had handed her to me, and I put her down, and I picked her, he put her down, and when he walked out the door, I picked her up with the blanket, and it got tangled up, and when I opened up the door, it got tangled, and I slipped.
So are you on the concrete floor, or are you on the step, or are you on the top step?
I was getting ready, I was trying to step up to go inside, I lost my balance. The blanket got underneath my foot and we both fell. She smacked her face on that concrete step and I hit the door. I didn't do that. I don't know.
Okay.
I really didn't do that. I don't know.
How does this happen?
I slapped her upside the head.
With what?
My hand.
Open, closed?
Yeah, open.
What caused that?
She took all of the, I don't know why she was in trouble. She took all the ketchup out and squirted it into the toilet while I wasn't looking.
That's frustrating.
And I'm like, Hannah.
Yeah.
When I caught her doing the ketchup, I took it away and I put her on the buddy because I think she had to go pee anyway. I said, Kenny, you can't do the ketchup. I just slapped her on the side of the head and went like that.
Close.
Yeah, like that.
How many times? Don't say once.
Yeah.
Is the bruise?
Yeah.
Okay.
Lindsay was arrested and initially charged with child endangerment. However, tragically, Hannah passed away due to her injuries, leading to Lindsay's charge being upgraded to murder.
As a matter of housekeeping, before we proceed, I do want to address an issue that was discussed briefly in chambers. Because of the nature of the indictment, we have 6 indictments, or 6 counts of the indictments for which there were guilty verdicts. Counts 1 and 2, both felony of the 3rd-degree child endangering charges, upon which Ms. Parton was found guilty, covering events from March 6th to March 7th, 2018, covering the same sequence and series of events. And in counts 3 through 6, 1 felony 3 child endangering, 1 felony 1 involuntary manslaughter resulting from the previous child endangering, a felony 2 child endangering in count 5, and then an unclassified felony murder in count 6, all once again revolving around the same events that took place on March 8, separate and distinct from the events of counts 1 and 2, but the same event for the purpose of those 4 counts. So the court discussed with the parties the issue of the emerging of allied offenses, and I want to make sure I get it journalized on the record. The state, I think, is in agreement. I think the defense is in agreement. The court's position is that counts 1 and 2 would be subject to merger as allied offenses. Counts 3 through 6 would likewise be subject to merger as allied offenses.
Lindsay pleaded not guilty and took the case to trial, where she eventually admitted to lying about hurting Hannah. She claimed she had lied to protect people she loved. The trial had some compelling evidence against Lindsay, including her police interrogation. Additionally, it was discovered that Lindsay had searched multiple times on Google for ways to hide bruises. The doctor who examined Hannah testified that the severe injury that caused her death couldn't have been the result of a fall or multiple falls.
Sentenced the defendant, Lindsay Parton, to a lifetime imprisonment with parole eligibility after 15 years.
In the end, Lindsay was found guilty of child endangerment, manslaughter, and murder. She was sentenced to life in prison with the possibility of parole after 15 years. The judge emphasized that the parole decision would be made by the parole authority, and there was no certainty regarding when or if Lindsay would be granted parole. If you enjoy watching our videos, make sure you subscribe to our channel.